I am back from lunch and errands. Now, I do want to throw in one more pedestrian spline before we get um, going here too much. So let me open up my splines. Oh, wrong one, not places, splines. Pedestrian. Let's create a new spline. Now, throw it about there for now. I'm going to call it spline 05. Alright, let's see if we can't. Let's grab. It don't matter which way we go first. Now, do I want to. If I double it back on itself, we're going to have people walking through each other. Oh, but what we'll probably do is move it over this way a little bit. I'll probably run them close to each other. So let's grab the end. So I want to run it. Yeah, we'll run it through this way. Oh, throw it there. Now grab it. No, so I don't think McDonald's. I can go into. Yeah, I can't go into the building because I can't open that door. So we're gonna have to walk around McDonald's, which is fine. What I'll probably end up doing is sliding those tables back a little bit. But let's get the spline in there first. Then I can move those tables back a little bit. And we'll start coming back this way. Yeah, we'll just walk them around the back of the building. Oh, come on. Right now. Yeah, I definitely don't want them to walk around the back of KFC. Let's bring them back close to where they were. Ay, ay, ay. I just can't stay clicked on it today. Now let's go. Yeah, something like that. Now comes the tricky part. I can't remember if I put a parked car here. We may have to go back in and move some parked cars. I can't remember if I put a parked car right here in front of the door. And if I did, we're going to have to move it. put... Right, that works. Let's go this way. And we'll take, yeah, let's go over this way. Oh, it's gonna be so hard to see inside of here. Where's the front door? Let's go over here. Oh, come on. Farm Chick 63, welcome me back. Thank you for stopping back in. Trying to get some people walking around the restaurants. It's going to get us close. I close the loop. Now, I've got to go to my parked cars because I don't know if we put any parked cars like right in... my elector is going to be a parked car like right in that spot. So I'm close. Alright, hold on. Let me start down here. So you're there. Got one there. Oh, look at that. I left that parking spot open. A happy accident. All right. So that should be fine with this spline. Now we're going to have people walking through construction barriers, but there's nothing I can do about that. So I think we're going to call that. So let me close our traffic system because we know that's good. Let me make you invisible. I'm going to call a traffic loop good. Now, these are going to be 4 separate buildables. So we need to set up, we got to figure out what we're going to do in our construction office area now to make those build. Yeah, those red tables have to go. We need to change them to blue. Alright, so I think I want to do, and I don't know where we're going to put them. I think I want to do a row of townhouses. We're going to do like one townhouse for each. I want to leave this spot open for a minute. But I think we're going to work over on this side. And I think we're going to do... Oh, that's going to be in my way. This whole mess is probably going to end up in the driveway. So I can get it off of the main road. But I think I want to do Not these big buildings, but I think I want to do a small row of 4 townhouses that look similar. And we can run them down here in like a cul-de-sac. Alright, so let's find a house and a garage. Now I know I have some houses. I've got my whole city over here floating somewhere. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if I can find it. I had... You're a separate garage from a house. I thought I had some smaller townhouses. Now we could run 4 of these together. But I could swear I had... No, I know they were up this way further. Let's grab... I think we're just going to use this one. We can put 4 of these in. Make it look like a row of townhouses. Alright, so which one do we want to work with first? Let's work with... where are we? Global company. Let's work with the very first one, which is 7 Duncan. Duncan, yep. Alright. Duncan visibility. Alright, so you... the heck, I'll just duplicate one to make it easier. Alright, so I'm going to go edit, cut, and paste. And we're just going to run 4 of these together, 1 for each business. For now, let's go edit. Let's see what you look like. So we'll get you turned. And I'll bring you down. Leave you up a little bit. Can we get, yeah, we could definitely get 4 of them in here. And we'll do them like a row of townhouses. So this will actually be the first one. And they're not going to have a really big backyard, so we could probably leave it about there. And then you're going to need a driveway. Oh, too much. But I don't want a really big driveway. So you're going to need a driveway. And then we're going to have a road coming out here. And then you're going to continue down this way. And then this will be our first house. And then we'll run a whole row of the same houses down for that. That'll work. So let's grab a little bit of a front porch. And what do you have on the back side? You got more of a side porch. Alright, then we'll go like this. Bring you back this way. And then we'll grab, am I gonna need, yeah, I'm gonna need a closed section and an open section. So you are a closed section, perfect. So let's duplicate you. Now we'll put you back here, and I'm gonna have to get you back down on my speed. Get you in here and get you back to the size you need. Down a little bit. Alright, just like that. So you're going to come off of this corner. And actually, you're going to come off of this corner. There we go. Now I just need an open section. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. Alright, now you let's get you lined back up. There we go. Now you're going to start coming back. Now the problem is we're going to have to hook up to this fence. Which could be a little tricky. May have to stretch these out a little bit more. Actually, I know what we're going to do. Hold on. You're going to go. You're going to go. You're going to go. Let's take this guy, since he's lined up where he needs to go. Let's pull him down this way. Let's take this guy. And we'll line him up first. You'll come over about there. Alright, that'll work. Now you can come back down. And we take this guy. So let's go here and there. All right. And then I'm not going to need to separate these houses because they're going to be all attached together. So that's the only, I think that's the only section of fence we're going to need for now. So let's go with our grass. And I'm not worried about the front yard for now. We'll fix that once we get the rest of the townhouses in. But I do want to get at least the grass up to this point done. And then you'll get let's take one of these. Kind of sort of get it lined up with that one. Let's put you there. And let's put a small one. About there. Alright. So this will build when we build Dunkin' Donuts 7-Eleven. Now we're gonna have to go. Let me do a quick save. I'll be right. I'm not gonna put you on be right back, but I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I just needed lunch is not sitting well. Just needed to grab a Tums. Alright, so let's head back to Dunkin' Donuts 7-Eleven. So now we have to wall it in. I really like how the top of this mountain's looking. Alright, so we need a construction barrier. So I think we're going to go back here. And I don't need to go all the way to the track. Yeah, we do, because these trees have to build in. So we do have to come all the way back to the tracks. Alright, so let's grab... Alright, for now, let's close this guy. Close oil well 2. We're working on Dunkin' Donuts, but now we want the invisibility node. So let's grab a fence. And go edit, cut, and paste. And you're going to start going... Why do you look a little bit bigger than normal? Oh. Oh, I don't know. Looks a little bit bigger than normal, but anyway. Now, where do we want to put him? I can't stop the pedestrians from walking, but we can put this guy. Yeah, just about here. And then you'll go back along the tracks. All right, this will work. Look at my mouse doesn't want to slide today. It's one of those days where it's just jumping again. Actually, you're gonna go that way, and I'm gonna turn one more and then come back and make that one shorter. As soon as I get it into place, and then it's gonna need to run between the sidewalk and the road, somewhere in about there. Oh, come on, give me the point. I swear this mouse is going to go out the window in a minute. Yes, you're going to be seeing some flying computer mouse in northeast Oklahoma here in a minute. Now it doesn't matter where we take it, because we're going to build all of them individually. And I guess I could run it. Yeah, we can run it up this side. So let's go one or two more. Actually, probably that one. And then I'll just stretch it out a little bit longer. But I want this one running, I think, right about there. Now these trees won't be here. These trees will come in. These trees will spawn in when we build this. Now we're going to have pedestrians walking through the barricade, but there's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, so you're going to go about there. We're going to test all of these one at a time, but then we're going to, after we get the last one done, then we'll come back in and we'll build them all together one more time. So we'll do a few tests on them. Now, how far back do we go? We're back by the tracks. All right. I'm going to leave you there for now. And then you're going to go that way. Now, how far back do we need to be? Right about there. 10:18. Happy Monday, everyone. Winston, well, the tanker and my GMC dump and trailer are finished and gone to Papa and Dixie for testing. Nice. JK2359 in the house as well. We are putting up the barrier, the construction barrier, so we can at least test 7-Eleven Dunkin' Donut build here in a minute or two or 5. Alright, so you need to be about there. So this one has to go a little, this one has to go a little bit shorter. And it doesn't have to be exact because it's just a construction barrier. I'm not going to worry about getting the cell triggers in yet, because we'll do all the cell triggers at the same time. So that'll be like a complete one-day project. Alright, so you are going to be my 7-Eleven Dunkin' Donut construction barrier. And where do I want to put the sign? Let's put the sign, we got to make the signs, but we'll put the sign right here. So let me duplicate one fence and we'll put it right about there. Alright, so let's go to Ritchie Valley signs. Now I want, alright, so the bar post I'm done with, boat ramp I'm done with, build railroads we're done with, cabin rental is done with. Actually, I'm just going to get rid of all of these. And then 7-Eleven, the sign itself we're done with. We'll just start with our blank sign. Alright, so we're going to go File, Export, Ritchie Valley, Signs, and we're going to go Open Dunkin', because that's what we're calling it. And we're going to go File, Export, and we're going to build Dunkin'. Now, before I make the signs, well, before we do the textures for the signs, I've got to come up with a list of products that we are going to use to build Dunkin' with. So let me grab my notebook. Let me flip over to another page. Yeah, the last page is full. Alright, so Dunkin'. What do we want? Let me flip over to my list of building materials. You're going to have them memorized by now. Alright, so I'm definitely seeing pavers. I'm seeing steel. I'm seeing glass. Definitely seeing door, window, paint. There's, how many does that give us? Oh, crap, I just lost my page. How many does that give us so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do water pipe. And do I want to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do we use paint? We use paint. Let's do, let me throw drywall in there. We'll use that for our build. So that gives us 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that works. But I'm going to also do, we're going to make this a little bit more expensive. We're going to do 200,000 each. Because these will be later game when you're building the sell points. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so let's go in here. So we're going to build Dunkin' Donut. So let me get that one opened. And we're going to open Dunkin'. So let me get that one open. Textures, and where's my blank one? And then we need our pictures that we took earlier, our screenshots. And we need to open up the one from this one. Alright, so now we're going to take our, and let's go something like this. And then let's go color picker yellow. Future home of Dunkin' / 7-Eleven. And we'll throw you in here. And we'll go File, Save As, and we'll go Sign. Let's go Open Dunkin'. And then we'll take our this one and we will call it Sign Open Dunkin'. And then we'll take, I close you, let's grab another blank one. And this time we're going to go back to black. To build Dunkin' / 7-Eleven deliver 200,000 liters each of the following. I'll probably got to take that font down a little bit, or take the font down a lot. I can live with that. It's only a temporary sign. Alright, so what did we give it? Well, we gave it Winston, Dixie's in the house. Yes, he is going to work us to death. I know how to edit a map. Alright, we're going to go with pavers. Steel, glass, door. I'll throw you there. And then we're going to go with window, paint, and then I'll put the last two on the next line. Window, paint, and then we're going to go with water pipe, and we're going to go with drywall. So that's what we're going to use to build this cell point with. So let's go File, Save As, but this time I'm going to call it Build Dunkin'. And we're going to call this one Build Dunkin'. Now we should, if I did this right, our two signs should work. Alright, so you're good. And you're good. Okay, so now let's come back in here. Let's go File, Import this one. And we have to scroll up to close you. We have to scroll up to here. Oh, scared me a minute. Hold on. We're not working with KFC quite yet. We're working with, yeah, so let's go edit, cut, invisibility, paste, And you're going to go here. So this is going to tell you this is our future home of Dunkin' Donuts 7-Eleven. Alright, you're not going to see this when we go in game. So now down to our construction office. Alright, so construction office. We need this guy. So edit, cut, and paste. Throw you here. And I know how to edit the XML. That is no fun. Alright, so you are going to build, and I'm going to slide you all the way down as close to the road as I can get you, because we're going to have 4 townhouses here for 4 businesses. So this area here is going to be really, really tight. File, import, and then build Dunkin'. So edit, cut, and paste. And then you're going to go here. Something like that. Oh, let me go up a little bit higher. There you go. Now we need warning stripes. So we're going to grab those. And we'll throw those here. And then we need, scroll back up here, exact fill route. Exact fill route goes almost all the way in the ground. So right about here. And now we need a pallet trigger. So pallet trigger. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. Pallet trigger sits right about there. And then I just need a player trigger from up here. Down here. And then it's right here in front of the sign, so you know what you need to build this with. Now I'm going to have to put in a camera as well. So let me close that a minute. And we'll throw you, it doesn't matter, it's only for the build. It has to be there for the global company to work. We'll throw you there for now. So that should be everything. That should be all of our working parts. Now, I'm going to repaint the farmlands, but I want the top of the mountain. I want the entire top of the mountain is going to be one farmland, and I'm going to make it $0 in the new farmer mode. You're going to own the entire top of the mountain. So I'm going to have to repaint some of the farmlands, but for now, I need to fix part of the top of the mountain so we can make this work. So farmlands. What am I using for central station? Alright, there's an easier way. I didn't say it was quicker, I said it was easier. Let's go to central warehouse. So we're using number 25. So number 25 are bits 0, 3, and 4. Farmlands. So 0, 3, and 4, number 25. Perfect. And oh, it's already, most of it's already painted. So for now, I'm just going to paint, and I might as well paint them all in because we're going to make them all work here in a minute. So let me paint in all 4 businesses that we want to make work today. So let me just push this down. And eventually it's going to, I'm going to have to repaint the entire lake, so I'm just going to push it back there a little bit as well. So the entire top of the mountain is going to be one farmland. Because there's really nothing up here. There's no like useful farmland or anything else like that up here. It's going to be all commercial and residential and sell points. But this will make it easier when we put our user attributes in. So that's all I need for now. Alright. So you are 7-Eleven, Dunkin' Donuts. So you, I need my user attributes. So let's come over here. And the first one is a string. Second one is going to be an onCreate script callback. Another string. And come on, farmland ID, which is a float. Alright, so it is 25. Our XML is going to be called Dunkin'. I'm going to need this guy here. And we're going to need this guy here, but our XML is going to be Dunkin'. So this should be all of our map work. I'm going to save that. While that is saving, let's go into our 110. So I'm going to need, we have 8 inputs. Look at that. We can actually grab this one. It's perfect. So we're going to grab Rail Silo 8. We're going to call it Dunkin'. And then we just need to change up our inputs. So pavers, steel, glass, door, window, paint, water pipe, and then drywall. And that's going to build our Dunkin' Donuts 7-Eleven. global company. What did we just copy? Rail Silo 04. So you, Duncan. Alright, and then you are renamed Duncan. Alright, now we just have to change all of our inputs. So pavers up first. And then I'm going to mix this up a little bit and then move them. Let's go with glass. So you are glass. But it has to match my 110. So steel is actually number 2. Glass is actually number 3. I'm going to switch these. So steel was number 2. Glass was number 3. And then door. Do I just want to move? Let me move drywall down. Drywall is actually going to be number 8. So you are now number 8. Then you become door. And then you are window. Window, paint, paint, and then water pipe. Alright, so let me just go through these, make sure I didn't mess anything up. So pavers, number 1, steel's number 2, glass is 3, door, window, paint, 7, 8. Okay, so I didn't mess any of those up. So now we are pavers, steel, glass, door, window. Doesn't make sense to have glass and window. Hold on, I'm going to change that up. Let's go paint. Let's go paint, water pipe, and drywall. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to have glass and, because we use glass to make doors and windows. All right, so what else do we want? If I don't want to use glass, let me substitute. Can't use roofing because it's not a texture roof. We can throw insulation in. So let's do that. Let's take out, let me save that. Let's take out, let's go back to 110. So let's remove glass and let's go with insulation. Nope, not caps. So let's save that. Let's go back here and let's replace glass. That's going to be better. Now we just have to come down here and replace glass. That looks better. Alright, so that's, now the only thing we have to do is remap our triggers. So let's come back down to, not the lake house. Oh, I can actually, okay, let's come down to Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin', invisibility. Exact fill route is number 30. So you are 30, 31, and 32 should be. So 30, 31, and 32. Perfect. So you should be good. So our 110 should be done. Our XML is done. And our map is, our farmland's painted in and our map is saved. Alright, let's go into here and see if I messed anything up when we have any Lua errors. Rob VTV. Let me just come here so I can catch up on chat here a second. While this is loading. Alright. Rob is in the house. Hello, Bad Touch. Hello. Hope everyone is doing well. We built 7-Eleven, then KFC, Dunkin' Donuts, and Napa Auto Parts. They're eventually going to be working sell points. But now we need to make them all buildable. Because in order for you to get the better price, you're going to have to build the sell point. So our starting point is now down here on the lake. So let's grab, first thing I want to do, hold on, I'm going to check the log real quick. Make sure we have no obvious Lua errors. And we don't, so we're good there. So let's grab some cash and let's grab some speed. Now we should own that property because it's part of Central. Yeah, we own that property. Eventually the entire mountain I'll get painted the same property. So we own the property, so I don't have to worry about the property. So let's grab a truck. And we don't have to drive far, but I do want to watch it build. So, cool, Dunkin' Donuts is not there. I can't do anything about the parked cars. We're going to have to live with it. And I can't do anything with the pedestrians walking through the wall. We're going to have to live with it. But this is going to be our 7-Eleven Dunkin' Donut build. Oh, come on. So let's head down to our construction office. And I'll take you over part of the lake resort that I spent like 46 hours building. So this is our lake resort with our boat rental, beach house rental. Got a bunch of activity on the water. Oh, I got some messed up road lines back there I gotta fix. But let's head down to the construction office. Yeah, I want to change those red umbrellas to blue. They're driving me nuts. So we have our truck parking. We have our Papa Smurf is working on a couple boats for us and a couple trailers. So we'll be able to take our boat and our trailer and we'll be able to back it down into the boat ramp, down into the water, and drop our boat off. But we want to build, make sure 7-Eleven builds. I've got a whole bunch of stuff floating, ignore it. I know it's there. I'm stealing parts and pieces from it. Alright. We're going to test all of these individually and then we're going to test them all at the same time. So let's throw in our goodies. And then all these triggers are going to be a nightmare to test when we actually have to deliver pallets to them because I've not tested any of these triggers. Okay, so our project went active. I want to switch off tab to trains. Alright, so here, oh perfect. So this should build in stages. So let's go 2,000 speed. Now I didn't check any of the collisions, so we may get a bunch of Lua collision errors. We'll see after it builds how many collisions we have to go back in and adjust. So I want to build them all individually first so I can fix any errors before we move on to the next one. I forgot to switch to transform with the sign in the fence, but that's alright. Alright, so I'm going to flip back to here. And then this townhouse should build last. go down to 1 speed and let me see if our global companies menu went away. It did. So we should be 100% built. Then eventually we'll have a sell point right about here. I guess I could have put a couple of small trees on this side. Yeah, we're going to go back and we're going to put a couple more small trees on this side. And you should have a collision on you. You do. Perfect. And then the sign should have, if I didn't mess it up, should have a collision. Nope, we got to fix the collision on the sign. Alright. Alright, let's see. Finish the with the house. The house, in the construction area, your house is the last piece of the puzzle to build. And do we have any Lua errors with collisions? And we don't. Perfect. So I want to put the collision on this guy, and it should be the same collision as the building, which is should be, oh, is it static? That's funny because I can never get it to build as static. It usually throws a Lua error. But anyway, let's throw a collision on here. We'll make it static. And I want it to be the same as this one. So the only thing is distance, blending, and tangent. I guess that'll work. Well, we'll find out if it throws an error when we rebuild it or not. Oh, Rob, I'm fine, thanks. Finished with the house? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. Alright, so the only thing I wanted to add was one or two more smaller trees on this side, but I realized I didn't put any trees there because the power lines run right through there. But I guess I can get one or two small trees like right there. So let's put in, let me grab, and it won't affect any of my i3D mapping. Let's grab, and it's going to be part of the visibility. Let's grab a smaller birch. And it's going to be part of this mess here, yeah. So edit, cut, and paste. And then, yeah, you're going to go somewhere about there. And then let's get one more somewhere about here. Oh, the house of farm chick. Finished unpacking the stuff. Never mind. Don't mind me today. I'm having one of those. It's been one of those days that I had a really rough night last night because I was up sick all night. I only got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. So don't mind me today. Alright, we're going to call 7-Eleven Dunkin' Donuts good for now. So let's fly back over here a second. And we're going to retest it again anyway, just to be sure. But now we are working on, let me close some of the stuff I don't need open. Let me close places for now. I can close railroad silo for now. We're going to work on KFC. We're going to finish up the visibility, but we're going to make the next three businesses are going to be part of the same townhouse. So let's duplicate that. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. And we're going to have to line it back up with this one. So where's my height on this one so I can get them the same height? Oh, come on. This one. There we go. And then I'm going to line it up. And then it's going to be I'm going to make them, I want them to appear to be townhouses. So it's actually still up a little high. I'm going to pull that down a little bit. Alright, so that's going to be our next townhouse that's going to build for the next commercial business. So you're going to need a driveway and a little front stoop. And this one's not going to have a fence. It's only going to be the house. There's not going to be any trees. Yeah, we're not going to have anything with this build. But I'm going to throw in, yeah, just like that. We're just going to put in just one little square of grass. Like right here. I can come in and put some cars and stuff in later if we want, but for now I'm going to leave it open. Actually, no, we're going to grab a car. I got some spares I haven't used. So let's come over here and let's grab you. And I can actually, it's not going to affect anything. I can, because there's no i3D mapping. So what we can do is we're not working on Dunkin', we're working on KFC. So edit, cut, visibility, paste. And then this could be sitting in the driveway. We'll put you, and again, we'll see if the collisions throw any errors, but we'll put you there for now. You're static, it should work. Alright, so now we just need our construction barrier. Farm chick, oh yeah, just a few things still left to find a place for. Was a tough move. Has left you drained. Yeah, it sucks. I've moved so many times in my life I can't even count. Alright, so now we need a construction barrier for KFC. And we're going to start here. So I'm going to duplicate that one. And then this is part of invisibility. So let's go edit, cut, invisibility, paste. And then we're going to have to run it. I want you to turn that way though. 290. And then you're going to come just outside of this fence. and you're going to run up alongside of this fence. Doesn't matter which business you're going to build, in what order. So let me bring it out to about there. And then you're going to run this way in front of KFC. And then, now I think you're part of McDonald's, so we're gonna run you sort of, probably go one more and then split the middle somewhere. Let's come up here. Yeah, that'll work. And then we can turn it and go straight back. Me too, too old for moving. Yeah, but if I get once I get my disability case settled, I'm not 100% sure I want to stay in Oklahoma. It's good for now because my sister took me in, or I'd be still living in my car. But I would look, Pennsylvania's too expensive. I'll never go back to Pennsylvania. I would seriously love to go back to Alabama, back to Huntsville. And I think we're gonna have to go back. All right, let me grab one more. And then let's go this way. And I'm gonna pull you back and we'll see how far back we have to come. Let me line it up with this fence down here. So you need to be about here. So let's duplicate you, bring you out, but then you've got to move up one slot. And then you can stick over a little bit, it don't matter. So you've got to come down now. This way. To about there, perfect. So that's going to be this build. And then we'll grab, let's take a fence. I'm going to duplicate, I'm going to pull one out. Now before I forget, I want to take this fence and this sign. I want to move this sign up one slot and I won't mess my i3D mapping up. Alright, I'm going to do another save. While that's waiting to save, let's come back here. Nope, I gotta wait for that to save first. Which will allow me to have a sip of iced tea. Winston, you could always move to Canada. I love Farm Check. I loved Huntsville, but I do love it here south of Montgomery. Yeah, that southern Alabama is gorgeous. It's just the closer you go to the Gulf Shores, the higher the cost of living goes. Yeah, both my kids were born in Huntsville. I spent 6 years there. All right, so let's go back to Ritchie Valley signs. I'm going to grab my blank one again. And I'm going to go File, Export, and we're going to call it Open KFC. But I'm going to take Build Dunkin'. And I'm going to go File, Export, and we're going to call it Build KFC. And I'm going to take Build, what the heck did I type in? KI, oh, here we go. Build KFC and Open KFC. And we're going to take our blank texture. I'm going to go back to pictures. Oh, nope, pictures, not downloads. And we're going to open up our KFC. There we go. And I'm going to crop this down to where? To about here. So alright, that I can live with. So let's go back to yellow and something like 28. Future home of KFC. So file, save as, and this one is Open KFC. So that means this one is Open KFC. Now we're going to take, where is my Build Dunkin'? This one. And we're going to use all the same right, you are all, yeah, you're Dunkin' Donuts 7-Eleven. So we're going to use all the same build, but we're going to call it, oh, we got to change back to black. And we're going to go KFC. Actually, no, we're not. Hold on. We're going to go red. We're going to go KFC. And now I'm just going to take this guy and move him in a little bit. Hold on. Let's undo that. I want to go like this. There we go. Let's move him up a little bit. Alright, so this is going to be our build KFC. So file, save as, build KFC. Alright, so now if I go to here, build KFC. Alright, so technically, if I didn't mess anything up, we should have my two signs. So build KFC. There we go. And then open KFC. Alright, so both of those look good. Rob. Man, I'm just way behind on chat today. Winston, one day I hope to visit Canada. It's on my bucket list. Yeah, I would love to visit Canada. I don't even have a passport. Going to watch. I love going to watch the Huntsville Havoc play hockey. Rob, on my bucket list. Have to, yeah, definitely. I guess I've never left the country, so I do not even have a passport. But yeah, I wouldn't mind spending a little bit of time in Canada. Alright, so what do we want next? Let's go file, import, open KFC. That's the one I want. So it's going to go up here, and let me think, it has to be in my invisibility. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. And you're going to be right about here. And you're going to be the future home of KFC. Now down here at our construction office, we've got to sneak in another set of triggers. So this guy here, first on the list, so edit, cut, and paste, and bring you in. And you'll be about here-ish. Nope, you're gonna have to come over here closer to here. Yep, somewhere in there. Now I also need, let's go file, import. Let's import our sign first. So let's go edit, cut, paste. Now, one thing I forgot to do, my last sign, this one, has to go up one. Then I can put this one in place. Yeah, I have no desire to fly anywhere overseas, but I wouldn't mind driving up through Canada. My number one is to go see Versailles in France. Nice. Yeah, I have absolutely no desire to go anywhere overseas. Alright, so warning stripes. that's about as far down as I'm going to be able to push this build. We're going to need exact fill route. And again, it's got to go, it's going to be a nightmare testing all these triggers because we haven't tested one trigger yet. I need pallet trigger. Pallet trigger right about there. And now we need player trigger. And that one goes right about there. And then again, I'm going to need a camera. Close places for now. So let's grab this camera. And let's go edit, cut, KFC. And again, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, it just has to be there so you can see it in your global company menu. Alright, so we have, so the only thing I should need now is our user attributes for KFC to build. Because it's the same farmland. Alright, so string script callback. Another string. And farmland ID is a float. Now, I think all of Center Mountain was 25. Yeah, yep. So index name is going to be KFC. And then this command can go here. And this command can go here. And our XML is going to be KFC. Let's save the map. So our 110, we can actually duplicate Duncan. And we just have to rename Duncan KFC. So that should be all I need there. Placeables, global company, Duncan. I'll rename you KFC. And then just replace that, and then we just have to i3D map our triggers. So invisibility, exact fill route number 33. So 33, 34, and 35. And then this now should build KFC. And then when we're done building in all the individual ones, I want to go and build all of them one more time as a group and just see how they all build in at the same time. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is make sure we are Lua free for now. And I am. So let's grab some cash and some speed. And then we'll grab one truck to watch it build. So let's put, oh, that tree's gonna be my way. So let's put you about here. Alright, that'll work. Now let's grab another truck. Let's head down to the construction office. Top of the mountain really starting to come together. Alright, so let's build KFC. Alright, cool. We went active. So let's go 2,000 speed. Now KFC unfortunately doesn't have a bunch of separate parts and pieces to it, so it just pops in as one building. There's nothing I can do about that. Unless I sit there for hours and pick it apart and put it back together piece by piece, but I don't have the patience. The main goal is not getting you access to it until you build it. Now there is something I want to try, and we're going to get to it if we have time. Once we get McDonald's to build and Napa to build, there's something I want to try. flip back to here. Now this house should pop in. And that's the only thing that's going to build here. Let me go a few more hours. And now my global company menu should be gone. Okay, so we're 100% built. So how do we look up here? Oop. Alright, that should... I think that built the way, well, built as best I can get it to build. Alright, next up is going to be McDonald's. Alright, so let's check log, make sure nothing, no weird static actor removed, Lua errors with the build, and we should be good. So that is KFC. Now we're going to take this same house and use it for McDonald's because it's going to end up being a whole row of townhouses. So next up is McDonald's. So I'm going to duplicate that. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. And we'll get you sort of lined up. There we go. So you're going to be my next townhouse in. Right about there. And then you're going to need a driveway. That'll work. And then I can just throw in, for now, a little bit of grass. Oh, that was painful. No. Alright, so now we need our construction barrier for McDonald's. And I think those trees build with Napa, so we're going to go between the parking lot and those trees. So first up is this guy. So now he has to go in invisibility. So edit, cut, and paste. I will throw him back here. And that one. We'll work him around. somewhere about there. Bring him out to 0. Oop. If I grab the right component to drag it, yeah, it's about where I want to turn. So let's bring you back. And I'll bring you out about there. So hard to work around these trees. And probably, I don't need it, but I'm going to throw one more in, and it will fix its length here in a second. So let's bring you up here, and let's try and get you lined up with this end. And you just got to come out just a little bit further. Just right about there is where I need you. Yeah, and then we could take this guy, shorten him up a little bit. There we go. It doesn't matter if these overlap because they're all going to be gone. And so you're going to end about there. Perfect. So now we need our at least one sign. Where do I want to put you? Let's put you like right in the middle here. Alright, so let's pull you forward a hair. And then we have to go back in here again. So now we go back to signs. And I'm going to just take my blank one. And go File, Export. I'm going to call this one Open MCD. And let's just go File, Export, and let's just go Build MCD. And now I'm going to see if we're going to switch up the build here in a second, but let's grab our blank texture. And let's grab pictures. And let's open McDonald's. And let's crop this down a little bit. Something like this. future home of McDonald's. So file, save as, sign, open McDonald's. Now, what are we going to use to build McDonald's with? Let's swap out let's remove window. I'm going to add glass. I'm going to remove door, and we're going to go roofing. Oh, we already have so paver, steel, insulation, roofing, glass, paint, water pipe, drywall. Let's go. Let me remove paint. I'm going to go with lumber. Let's swap out water pipe for sewer pipe. And let's swap out, now let's leave drywall in. Now what I could do, we're making tables and chairs at Tom's. We're gonna get rid of drywall, we're gonna go table. I'm gonna add a ninth one in, we're gonna go chair. So we're gonna make it bring tables and chairs over to this one. Just to mix it up a little bit. Which means I need a new blank sign as well. So let's go back here. Let's just work with the blank one. So let me go down to 24. All right, to build deliver, to build McDonald's, deliver, leave it at 200,000. And I think I gotta go down, yeah, just a hair. Let's go down to 22. To build McDonald's, there we go. So pavers, steel, insulation, paver, steel, insulation, roofing, glass, lumber, sewer pipe, table, and chair. Now I think, before I save that, let me go to my fill types. I think it's table and chair. And not plural. I think it's table singular. Yeah, it is. So it's chair singular, table singular. Okay. Yes, I'm aware. I don't know what my login and password is. So file, save as. And we're going to go build MCD. And then we go over here to build MCD. And then we come back here to open. Save. Alright, so now we should have, oh, wrong one. Build McDonald's. Oh, that one's fine. And then we should have open McDonald's. Yep. Okay, so now we come back in here. So let's go File, Import, and this one is to open McDonald's. And let's go up all the way up here. So edit, cut, paste. But you've got to move up one. Alright, so future home of McDonald's. And now we're going to go down here. And here's where it's going to get really, really tight on space. But we need one of these stands first. And bring you down to Earth. And bring you to about here's the furthest I'm going to be able to go in. And then let's go File, Import, Build McDonald's. Yeah, invisibility. And then you've got to move up one slot. Alright, that works. Now I need warning stripe. And that's about as close as I'm going to be able to get it. And then I need exact fill route. And it is just above the ground. And we need pallet trigger. And you are about there on height. And then I need player trigger. You go right about there, and then unfortunately I need another camera, so this guy can go, You facing in? Yeah, you're facing in. Doesn't need to be fancy, just needs to be there. Alright. So now we just need user attributes. So string script callback. Another string, and then a float. Now I think it was 25, but again my memory sucks, so yep, 25. So you are farmland 25. You are MC McDonald's. Then we grab come on. This one. We grab this command and it goes here. And then we grab this command, put it here, but our XML is going to be named the same as the factory, which is MC McDonald's with a capital D. Now we should have, that should be all of our map work, so let's save that. Jump back in here. So let me close you for now, close you. Let's go here. And it doesn't matter which one I use. Let's grab this one and put it here. So KFC is going to be McDonald's. Now we have to add in a 9th input. Alright, so we're going to keep pavers, we're going to keep steel, we're going to keep insulation. Door is going to go to roofing. Roofing, glass, lumber, we're going to change water to sewer pipe, and then table and chair. So that should be that, and then we copied KFC, so we'll just copy KFC again. KFC. Rename McDonald's. And then KFC gets replaced with McDonald's. And now we have to fix all of our, so we're keeping pavers, we're keeping steel, we're keeping insulation. Door goes to roofing. And then window goes to glass, I think. Roofing, yep, and then glass. And then under glass is lumber. And then we change water to sewer. And then drywall was table. And then I'm going to add a 9th input. So you become number 9. You become chair. Because why not? Alright. Now down here we have to change paver steel insulation. Roofing glass, lumber, change water to sewer, just to mix it up a little bit. You are table, and we have to add one more. You become chair. And then we just have to change my i3D mapping. So you become number 37. So 37, 38, and 39. Alright, so technically McDonald's should now build. If I didn't mess anything up. And we just have to get Napa working. And I never thought I'd get this far today. Because I don't have anything else imported in the map to build. So we'll see what time it is. We're going to build this one, then we'll make Napa build. We'll test Napa singularly. Then I'm going to jump out one more time and we'll test all 4 together. Just for the heck of it. Alright, so first up is make sure we're error-free to start with. And no Lua errors. Alright. So let's grab some cash. And we'll grab some speed. So let's grab another truck. And now our next building should be gone. So the only one left over here standing is Napa. So I know these trees are going to be in our way, so let's come over here. Oh, and I'll zoom out as far as I can. Our future home of McDonald's. So let's grab another truck. And we'll head over towards the construction office. Here, we'll take you on a little detour. Take you around the lake. past the church, go to a stop sign. You'll be in front of Nonna Richie's, hang a left. Go around Nonna Richie's and then down the hill. Past Central Warehouse. Go past the animal dealer. Don't go down the hill. Make another right. Siri's going to be in my ear. Turn right in 50 feet. Alright, so now we should have our trigger to build McDonald's. We do. Now, McDonald's is another building where I couldn't break it up into several i3D, so the building's going to pop in all at once. But unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. So again, 2,000 speed for 4 days. Time is at 4:30. Yeah, we'll definitely have time to get Napa running. But after this build, I'm probably going to take 5 so I can grab either another iced tea or a cup of coffee, one of the two. I must have messed something up with that last pedestrian spline because I don't see people walking around. Inside of KFC and around McDonald's. So I've got to go in and check that spline. I think I messed something up. May have to put that spline back in. I swear I closed the loop. I'll just see if it's throwing any errors in the log. And then at some point I gotta put some lights in McDonald's. But I don't see the people walking from KFC over to McDonald's through the parking lot and through the picnic area. So I have no idea what's wrong with that pedestrian spline. Alright, so let's go down to here. And then this last townhouse should pop in. Farm check. It's been a very productive day for you. Gone pretty smoothly. It has gone pretty smoothly today for being half asleep and tired. And still not feeling 100%. Alright, we should have one more townhouse popping in here. Oh, there we go. So let me go a couple more hours. And we'll go down to 1 speed. Now my global company menu should be gone. It is. Alright, so we are now, this should be built. Oh, there are people walking around. Okay, so that spline is there. I just couldn't see him. We were zoomed out too far. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna call. Other than a little bit of lighting, I'm gonna call McDonald's done. So I'll come in off camera tomorrow morning and I'll throw some lights in there. Alright, let's check the log and we'll get Napa built. I may go grab a quick cup of coffee first. Let me check the log. Make sure there's no weird static actor moved errors with the build. No, we're good. So far we are error free. Yes, alright. So, next up, after I take a quick break, we're gonna put in, we have to get our house in for Napa, and then we have to put our construction barrier in. So, I am gonna throw you all and be right back. Give me about, yeah, coffee break, definitely coffee break. I think it's coffee instead of iced tea. Give me about 5 minutes. Alright, I went with coffee instead of iced tea. So, we need one more house for Napa. So let's grab this guy again. And this time we're working in Napa. Let me duplicate him. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. And we'll get him lined up. And then he's going to be our last townhouse in this row. Unless we decide to build one more, and I put one more in. But something like that, and we'll have to fit. Yeah, he's going to be the last one. I could actually make him a single and separate him out a little bit. So why don't we do that? And now we can. I can extend. Let's bring the driveway out. Now we can hook it up to this road. And give him a little bit of a porch. There, perfect. So he could be a single. Now give me more room to put my workings in. So the only thing we'll need now is just a couple fence sections. So let's grab, and we're going to have to move them. All right, let's grab this guy. Should be a closed section. It is. So let me duplicate him. And we're done with McDonald's. Let me close that so I don't put it in the wrong visibility group. We're working with Napa. Yeah, so let's go edit, cut, Napa, paste. But I'm going to have to get it the same height as these guys. Just so they're all uniform. Alright, so right about there. So we'll get a fence, and where do we want to put it? Let's go this way. Yeah, let's come up here. Throw you somewhere in there. Now I'm going to need an open section, so one of those. So cut and paste. And again, I'm going to have to get it fixed at first before we can put it into place. So let's go back to 0. I'll pull you down, yeah, about there. And you can actually go right there. And then on this side, let me grab this closed section. Bring you over. And then one more open section. And that's going to take us back to the mountain. Alright, nice. Now we can put in some trees and stuff. So let's get our grass in. Oh, and help if I turn it on. So get some grass along here as well. We're not going to go out too far because we don't know what our next piece of property is going to be yet. So let's get the grass yard, or get the backyard grassed in. Get the grass yard backed in, something like that. something like that. Now I am gonna get some trees in there. So let's grab one of you. And you're gonna go down to not Duncan, Napa. And we'll get one more. We've got room, yeah, so push him back a little bit. Right about there. Yep, that'll work. Oh, hold on, before I put him in place, let me get my bushy bits. Let's get those in here first. All right, that works. Now let's put you back in place about there. And we'll grab another one for here. And I'm gonna leave, do I want to put a small tree in the front yard? Yeah, let's grab, do we have anything smaller? I don't, so let's come down here and grab a small birch, like a stage 2. And we'll put you, yeah, put your nice small tree in the front yard. Right about there. That'll work. So now we need our construction barrier. And we'll get Napa finished. I was not expecting to get this far today. So I have no complaints today. Alright, so now you duplicate. But you have to go into the invisibility. And then you are going to go just outside, somewhere about there. And it's going to be a pain until we get around these trees. But I don't even mind them overlapping. It's not going to matter a little bit. Because they're all going to go away. Alright, something like that. Now let's go across the front. So once again, we're going to have pedestrians walking through the construction barrier. Nothing I can do about it. So minus 90, and we'll come straight over here. There we go. And I'll bring this down. one more about there. And then we go that way. And don't know where you're going to get lined up yet. We got to come down here first. And you are just about perfect. So let's push you in a hair, right about there. So you're going to go about there. And there we go. So that's going to be our construction barrier for Napa. Auto parts. Now I'm going to put him on the corner. So let's grab this guy and we'll pull him out a little bit away from the other one. And we'll put our future home of right here. So let's go to back to signs. Yeah, I'm going to grab the blank one. So let's go File, Export. We're going to go Build Napa and Open Napa. Alright, and let's take our textures. Let's grab the blank one. Let's grab our last photo, the screenshot we took, and let's crop this down a little bit further, something like so. It's a little, that's fine. Alright, that'll work. Now let's grab our yellow. Future home of Napa, but I can take the font up. There we go. File, save as, sign, open Napa. Now what do we want to use to build Napa with? And we want to use, let's just, this one doesn't have tables, this one has chairs. Let's go back to what we used for 7-Eleven. So let's come back here and let's find build. Oh, it was Dunkin'. So we're going to use sign build Dunkin'. Let's open that one. Yeah, we're going to use these same fill types. So let's go copy paste. Let's cover this up. Well, let's cover it all up. So we're going to go build. That'll work. Let's go with blue. And let's go with build Napa. And then let's go back to black. Deliver, but it's down to like 24. There we go. So file, save as, and this one is build Napa. And then if we come back here, build Napa, we're going to change to build, and then open Napa is going to be and then now I can close. Where's my files? Let's close my pictures. I don't need that open. Let's take a quick peek at these. So build Napa, this sign should be fixed, and it is. And then open Napa, and it is. Alright, so let's come back in here. Let's go File, Import, and this one is open. Come up here. So edit, cut, paste. Throw you here, but I'm going to move you up one. Alright, so this, my fence is not at a 45, so I'm just going to get this sign close. Just pull it out of here. Alright, so future home in Napa. Perfect. So that's all we need up top. So back to our construction office. And so now we need this one's going to be a little bit tougher. I need our stand. And we're working with, yeah, so let's go edit, cut, paste. Let's bring you down to earth. But I think we're going to turn it, I think I'm going to turn it this way. I think we're going to go here with all of our parts and pieces to build with. So that's that. And let's grab our signs. Let's go File, Import, Build Napa. So edit, cut, paste. And let's turn you to 90, but I'm also going to have to move you up one slot. Alright, something like that. Now we need warning stripe. And you got to go this way. And yeah, it's going to be a little tight back here, but there's nothing I can do. You're going to have to finagle these parts and pieces in. I need an exact fill route. So edit, cut, paste. And you've got to be, let me turn you first. You need to be just above the ground. Right about there. We need a pallet trigger. So pallet trigger. And then last thing I need, well, two more things. We need the player trigger. And we'll turn this one this way again. Right about there. And then the last thing we need again is another camera. So let's come back up here. Duplicate you. And again, you don't have to be fancy, you just need to be there so the factory can build. Alright, so that should be everything for Napa. So let's grab our user attributes one more time. So string script callback. Another string. And then last one is a float. And 25, I actually remember this time, Napa. Let's come over here and grab, so let's close you, let's go here, let's grab this guy and put him here, and then we'll grab this guy, he goes here, but our XML is going to be called Napa. Now I think that's all the map work, so let's save that. While that's saving, let's go to our, let me close that, 110. Now we're copying Duncan because we're going to use all the same fill types. So let me copy that. It doesn't matter where I put it. It can go right here. And we change Duncan to Napa. Be careful we don't change the actual Duncan. So that's going to be that. And now we have to go back to global company. And we're going to grab Duncan. Rename it Napa. And then we just have to change Duncan to Napa. And then we just have to map our triggers. So railroad silo we're done with. Back to Napa, back to invisibility. Exact fill route 37. So 37, 38, and 39. Alright, so now technically Napa should work. We're going to test Napa first. Then we're going to exit the game. If there's no errors in the log, I want to build all four at the same time and see if the game gives me a hard time. Alright, so again, before we start, I just want to make sure our log is clean. And make sure to mess anything up before we even get started. Okay, so you're good. Yep, you are good. Alright. So let's grab some cash. Let's grab some speed. And again, we'll start with the truck. Not that we're very far from the shop, but we'll come over here and watch it build. And we can actually sit right here in the shop's parking lot. They won't mind. Alright, so let's head down to the construction office. And it looks really weird with nothing built. Now there is one thing there's one more thing I want to try, but I have to go out to ModHub US and try and find something. That I want to do with this build. And if it works with this build, I'm going to do it with other builds. Alright, so let's head over here. This area is starting to fill up. Alright, so how many buildables do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 21, 22 so far. Alright, so Napa, we should have a where we perfect. And one of these days I'm going to build them all at the same time to make sure it doesn't crash the game. Which it actually might. Alright, so let's head up to here. Let's go 2,000 speed for 4 days. Yeah, I'd really hate to try and build everything on the map at the same time. It would probably crash the game. Got the monorail going by. roll through one more night. So let's head over here. That sign should disappear. Oh, there we go. Oh, I have to roll one more night. Okay. And then I just want to roll. So I'll catch up on chat here in a second. I just want to watch my time. Let's make sure we're 100% built first. All right, we are. I think the most I have had 3 building at once. I was afraid it would crash and didn't want to chance it. Yeah, we're actually going to test it here real soon. I'm going to build all 4 of these at the same time just to see what happens. More curiosity than anything. Now, I can't do anything about the pedestrians because I want the spline to be there. So they're going to be walking through the construction barriers. There's nothing I can do about that. But I think we're going to call Napa good. Let's get out of here. Let's make sure there's no errors in the log. We'll come right back in. And I'm going to build all 4 at the same time to see what actually happens. Let's make sure the log is clean. The only thing I'm worried about is the sign I changed at Dunkin' Donuts when I put the collision in. So let's take a look at our log first. Make sure there's no collision static after moved errors. And we're clean. So let's come back in here. I'm going to close paint.net for now because I don't need it open. So we're done with that. Let's go to back in here real quick. Let's build all 4 at the same time just to see what happens. Save game 8. We don't see what time it is and see what else we want to try and get done today before I get out of here. If anything. I don't need to help her with dinner tonight. She's making, we're doing a chicken Alfredo over pasta. It's pretty much a 1-dish meal. Alright, so let's grab some cash. And some speed. Again, just out of habit, let's grab 2 trucks. And again, 1 just to watch everything build. And we'll put it about, I don't know, halfway down. We'll just drive on the sidewalk. We don't have any pedestrians on this side yet. I don't know, we can go... There is no good spot. Let's go down on here. We'll come down on this end. And we'll just see if we can watch them all build. And I'll just try and zoom out as far as I can. Right, that works. I'll leave you there for a minute so we can tab back to you. Then you will take down to the construction office. So we have a second vehicle we can tab to. and then another project for another day is changing out all the map vehicles. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. So we're not running the same vehicles as the other maps. Alright, so let's start over here. You went active. Alright, you went active. Yeah, no one could even talk me to trying to build all 22 at the same time. That's just a disaster waiting to happen. And then you went active, and then let's get the last one queued up. And then you went active. We went through we went through $14 million. Alright, so let's come over here to this one. Okay, we're starting to build. I'm going to go to just 120 speed for a couple minutes before we go to 2000 speed, just to see what happens. And where's my FPS? Yeah, we got a couple things building, so we're going to lose some frame rates. Plus I have Streamlabs running in the background, and I have the editor running in the background. So let's go. Let's push it 2000 speed. Actually not doing bad for a 16x map building 4 factories at the same time. Because even though they're sell points, they're still technically a factory. so how we doing down here? So no houses popping in there yet. Alright, so let's head down here. Now, all of these signs should start disappearing and our 4 townhouses should pop in. Yeah, it's going to go another hour or two. Alright, let's go down to 1 speed. Alright, now I shouldn't have any more triggers. So we should all, so you're built. Yeah, you're going to be all built. So no issues with building 4 at the same time. And then how do you look up here? Let me zoom back in. So you actually look pretty good up here too. So those are our 4. So we got one more city block done. So let's go for another cruise around the lake. So let's come over here. And when you can go take a harvester to your field, hire a worker, come over here, grab your jet ski. I don't like that color. There we go. So a little bit darker. That works. So grab your jet ski, go take your harvester, hire a worker, grab your jet ski, and just come down here and mess around for a while. Race this guy around. See if you can drive circles around him. Play chicken and just move at the last minute. See who flinches first. Alright, so other than these umbrellas and that sign, which I'll take care of off camera, I think our city block is good except for a little bit of lighting at McDonald's. That was the only thing that needed a little bit of lighting at night. So and I want to change out that grass. I don't like this grass along the road. I thought it was a good idea when I put it in, but I don't like it. I want to thicken it up. Now, I don't know what we're going to do, but tomorrow we're going to put in a couple businesses through here. I just don't have them exported into the map yet. So we'll finish this city block here tomorrow up to this road right here. So we'll work in this area here tomorrow. I know I want to pull in Domino's. We have Aldi's to pull in, Dexter's, and then I think there's, I'll have to go through my other maps. I think there's one or two other cell points I can pull in here. We've got to figure out something for a spinnery, but I'm not sure where that's going to go yet. Probably not here. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's check the log to make sure nothing weird popped up. Driving dust, which is a giant's issue. Alright, so there's no errors in the log. So all of our factories, all of our 4 city block buildings are just fine. Now what time is it? 5? Oh wow, it's 5:30. I have to get out of here. So this is an awesome place to end the night. So tomorrow we will finish, I'll import a bunch of stuff in the map. I'm going to put right here on this corner, and I want to start with the BP station. So we'll get the BP station in here on this corner. That'll finish the block with our vehicle shop. So we'll put that there, and then we'll come down here, we'll start working on that city block. So yeah, I didn't realize it was 5:30 already. I'm going to throw you all on ending soon. I'm going to close the map and get out of here, or close the editor. I appreciate everybody stopping in. Dick, FarmChick63, have a great evening, everyone. Appreciate everybody stopping in, saying hello, much appreciated. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their day. I hope everybody has a great evening, and we shall see you all tomorrow.